everybody, to yet another Tuesday. Guess what? I'm back in my chair. I've got a different surrounding, but I'm back in my chair.
Yeah, how's the crease, by the way? Because I proper made sure that crease was mashed up.
Do you know what? When I sat down, the whiff that I got from that chair smelled like an old attic.
Oh, do me a favor. Also,
Yeah.
if you find any pens or Cheerios down the side, don't eat them. They've been there a while.
Right, okay, no worries. Everyone, welcome to Creators of the Doughnut Table. I am your host, Quack. I'm a panda, and we are talking today about the hosting journey. And as always, I am joined. Which side is it today? It's this side. I'm joined by my lovely little co-host. He's how tall did you just say? 6 foot what?
6'1".
6'1". My little 6'1" co-host, ladies and gentlemen, it is Mr. Gaming Loft. With his
sorry,
right, hang on. So it is Mr. Gaming Loft. Go on, I'll do a third intro. Go on. How are you?
Sorry, so Mr. Gaming Loft. What the hell's your third intro?
No. Go on, keep going. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you, Mr. Quack?
I'm not bad.
Is it nice to be back in the hosting seat?
It feels like home. But of course, as well, joining Mr. Gaming Loft is not this person this side. It's that thing on his top lip.
Oh,
Mr. Loft,
Mr. Dead Squirrel.
Yeah, Mr. Dead Squirrel, Mr. Hairy Slug. How are we doing?
Hairy Slug.
Yeah.
Dead Squirrel. What else has it been called? Dead Rat. What else have I? Yeah. Mrs. Quack says she's seen Kitty. Have you got the cat behind you?
Yeah, the cat's in the corner, but you two can't see it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Oh, right. I can just see it. Yeah. No. Yeah. So
back.
So you're.
Let's.
So you know. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
You're talking about this. Yeah. So this is for Movember. So I'm raising money for Movember. That's why it is.
Fair enough. It's just
it looks good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
It's day 19.
Yeah, looking good.
Oh God, you can tell that Rukang's not a regular here. Oh God,
you're gonna scare him off already, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, right, Loft. Sorry, I'm trying to make you sound really important, but there's someone in the room who's way more important, and that person is me. But slightly less now. Just as important. Yeah. Everyone, let us give it up to the brilliant content creator that is Sir Rukang.
Oh, no sir needed, man. I'm really happy to be here, man. It's been, it's been a long time coming here. We spoke about it a while back, and it's going to be good to speak to both of you, about just gaming stuff, man. Always the good stuff.
Gaming's the best content to talk about, though, isn't it?
Of course it is. There was a guy at my workplace, and I found out randomly he just plays games, and I sat next to him for about an hour speaking. Just time just went so quick at work. I was meant to be doing work. It started talking about Civilization and all these games, and I was like, mate, it's the most interesting conversation I had all year at work. So yeah, it was pretty sick.
I'm gonna quickly
Quack, just before you go any further, though, because we have three males on the show tonight, and Mrs. Quack just reminded us all, it is International Men's Day.
Yeah.
It's sure.
So shout out to all the men out there. Guys, you are amazing.
Yes, we are. Men are
amazing. Men are amazing.
Yeah.
I don't really. You mean yeah? Are you a man? Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely a man. I think my daughter proves that. But while you were saying all that, I was trying to move my OBS from that screen to this screen, and it just went all wrong. Anyway, sorry about that. Right. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the hosting journey today. But before we delve too deep into this, because we only do these every other week, when the news comes through, I need to strike while the iron's hot. And gentlemen, on Friday, we heard, sadly, the loss of the gaming event WASD.
Yes, we did.
Now, I'm just going to call you Rue, it's easier. Rue, did you ever go to WASD?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I went. I went to I think it was the last one. I think the last, or maybe the last two I went to. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, they've only had two.
Oh yeah, they've only had two.
I didn't realize it was made in 2022, and I was like, oh, it's that young.
Really? I thought it's been going on for years. So I was like, wait, so then that means I must have gone to the.
We've both been there at the same time, dude.
Yeah,
we've both been there. I was there. I've been to both as well. I went to
Yeah.
because it was August and then April,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've
Went to
literally
those
both been. We've actually probably seen each other and not
Yeah,
actually.
probably walk past each
Yeah,
other and
yeah,
like not said
yeah,
anything to each other.
You probably walk
But
past.
yeah,
each-
it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad to see it go, man. You know,
Mm.
these events are super important for like the community and for everyone. You know, to try out games and to speak to other creators and hosts and everything. So it's a bit sad to see it go.
I mean, yeah, especially is the fact that we're talking about the hosting journey today, and places like the last WASD they had the Tekken tournament. I mean, they've had other Tekken tournaments have been on multiple events, and there's been other hosting events. There's been other events that happened, and at WASD they also host discussions, don't they? They have talk actual like we've got now today. They've got some sit downs where creators and industry heads talk about how getting into creator and getting into doing what you do, getting into gaming development, things like that, and and all that's lost now. And you can see, the opportunity to see some indie games. Sorry, Crack, I know that's a sore point for you, my dude.
Yeah.
But to see some, there's been some. There was some. I don't know about you, but I thought there was some absolutely cracking indie games coming through WASD.
Sorry. Yeah, the little inside joke. Sorry, there is a little.
That was like a long pause. I was like,
There is a little inside joke of that. I tried to. Do you know that everyone lately is becoming a Wired partner? I applied for it, and they told me that I don't play enough indie games. I was like, oh, right, thanks. Anyway, but the thing is, right, when did Insomnia go? Was it last? It was last year, wasn't it? Was it last?
Yeah.
No, it was
Yeah.
supposed. It was supposed to be this April, wasn't it?
Yes, it was meant to be. Yeah, so Insomnia was meant to be disabled because the last one that we went to was.
So that was this.
yeah. So was there one this year? There wasn't, right?
No.
It's last year, right? Last year.
Yeah.
Because they had two every year, so they missed. This was the first one, and then but everyone was questioning it. So like with Insomnia, even though it's not officially gone. Oh no, it has, because the company went into they laid off loads of people, and now with WSD going into liquidation, and apparently I didn't go, but apparently EGX was incredibly shoved into a corner next to MCM Comic Con. Like I've always said, as a Welshman, Wales has nothing in terms of events. Even in Bristol, for me, Bristol is 40 minutes.
Nothing in Wales.
Honestly,
there is a Welsh Comic Con.
No,
but it's not in Wales. It's not in Wales, though, is it?
Oh,
Where is it?
Wales Comic Con, right? They have relocated back to Newport, but for the longest time, Wales Comic Con was held in Telford, which is famously not in Wales.
Yeah, Telford, the East Midlands.
Yeah,
so
Telford. Didn't they hold Insomnia in Telford once as well?
I don't know.
This is like 10 years ago.
Is that going back? Is it?
Yeah, it's way back. Yeah.
But it was,
yeah.
But it's just so stupid. But in terms of gaming events and stuff like that, Wales has literally nothing. So even if they, like I say, Bristol is literally 40 minutes from my house, and it's just over the bridge. Jobs are good done. But there's nothing in Bristol. Going to Insomnia, that's like a 3-4 hour drive, and everything is so far in the middle of England.
Yeah.
And I always used to be jealous. Even WSD is in London. That's still a hell of a trek.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh right, okay. So
because travel wise, even if you got the train, you're still looking at a good couple of hours, aren't you?
Oh my god, if I got the train, it would be best part of 5 to 6 hours.
6-hour train journey.
Really?
Wow.
I was gonna say it's an hour. It's an hour. It's about an hour and 10 minutes.
I tell you what, right?
Yeah, 6 hours. Jesus.
I'll pose the question, and you can talk amongst yourselves, and I'll do some pricing up. So go on, Rukan. We'll go with you first. What is left for the gaming industry in terms of events? What's on your calendar for 2025?
Do you know what? 2025, my calendar is it's completely empty right now, to be honest. There's actually nothing there, man. I'm like, my calendar, if I look at my calendar right now, there's nothing apart from the EGX and the MCM stuff. But yeah, like WASD would have been there, and Insomnia as well would have been there as well, and obviously the Tekken events, which is separate to all of that. But yeah, like it is maybe only going to be one event, like one kind of community, big gaming kind of convention, because yeah, MCM and EGX are both together in one. There's other stuff that I heard recently, but I don't really know too much about the other gaming conventions.
I mean, I think the thing that's the thing is I think the conventions kind of like the convention companies have literally and to use a better word, they've died off, haven't they?
Yeah.
I mean, because you see, we've lost Insomnia, we've lost WSD. EGX EGX used to have London and Birmingham, but now it's only been London, and it's one event because MCM's coming to Birmingham next week, and they're not bringing EGX with them.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's that,
Yeah.
and that's it. Other than that, the only other thing that we've got now from an event point of view is maybe a few LAN parties, which are a few LAN events which I've seen. Formats have got their nightlife events, but it's not it's not a convention though, is it? It's a nightlife event, which they've been very vocal about the fact that they're not going to be making it as a convention, and then tournaments. Like you know what I mean, like they've just had the was it the which one was it, Quack, that you were watching from home because everyone else went to London and you were like, I'm
Worlds.
at home when
No,
yes,
I was in work.
So yeah, but you were sat chilling and everybody else travelled to London for it. But that's the thing, that's where it's all gone now, isn't it? That's all you've got now is you've got maybe a few LAN events and meetups, or you've got the tournaments, which you're going to watch the professionals play rather than going to enjoy yourself and have a go yourself and have get your hands on some of the content before it's even released.
So, quick little side note. If I were to get from my home train station to Paddington, which let's thing it that it would not be to WASD, whatever WASD was, would take me 3 hours, and for a single would cost me 57 quid and 60 pence.
Wow.
And that's just to get there.
And that's
just one way, right?
That's one way. No hotels, nothing.
Yeah.
But was that just like as in tomorrow?
Huh?
Was that as in if you bought the ticket? Was that if you brought the ticket tomorrow to go tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that
Yeah. Because if you buy months in advance, then it's even cheaper.
You say that like my life's well in order. Calm down.
Oh,
Calm
I was going to say,
down.
men don't organise stuff like that.
But Mrs. Quack has asked a good question. It sounds biased because it is Mrs. Quack. But are these events dying because they're not profitable? Now, I heard through the Insomnia talks of how much money they were in debt, which is like in the millions. And I was like, how could I only went to the one Insomnia, which was I-72, I think it was. And for something that busy, I don't get how it could not be profitable. But then if you think about if you just talk about with Rukang here for a second of just having Bandai Namco and then the setup they had, that's not going to come. That's going to come with a very nice, pretty penny. That's going to cost. So you think, right? So you got to think of you got to rent out this space for 3 to 4 days. Well, it's not 3 days because the event was 3 days. So you got to do it prior. You got to break down as well, and then you got to, if you want a brander, you've got to pay the brander. You've got to try and get sponsors in. You've got to do this. You've got to do that. And it's like and I know loads of content creators, like Mr. Greggles was owed loads of money for doing his drum sets. And it's like, right, they are owed money. And it's a minefield. But like Ross TSU has just said, it's just down to poor management. If anybody likes to agree or disagree.
I mean, for you, Rukang, what's your take as someone? I mean, as someone that does we're talking about the hosting training. As someone who would if an event reached out to you, and if Insomnia reached out to you, because they had that massive Tekken event in there, and the huge space, fantastic space. How would you feel if suddenly it just as it has done, it's just gone and disappeared?
Yeah, it's a bit mad because those events are a really good part of the whole kind of Insomnia kind of 4-day event. And the thing is, when it comes to those events as well, it's not actually Insomnia who reaches out, it's Namco, right? So Bandai Namco reach out to me, and they're the ones. So they, like you said, Quack, as well, they they rent the space out first, and then and everything, and then they're the ones that get in contact with me to, like, for example, host MCM or host Insomnia, EGX, whatever. But yeah, it is, going back to Mrs. Quack's thing there about not being profitable as well. I think, like, now, before maybe it was, maybe we're talking 10 years ago, I don't know if you guys went to EGX and stuff, Eurogamer back there 10 years ago is amazing. Like, it was absolutely incredible. You could have, like, all these new games, Call of Duty, all these good stuff. But now there's, like, different ways to, market games and online and stuff, and giving codes. Or before, they didn't used to give, like, as many codes as now and stuff, and all these content creator programs and stuff, and back then social media wasn't as present as now. Right now is huge. But yeah, maybe it's not as profitable anymore. Like, they're just paying for pure marketing, which is what Bandai Namco did, right? The event is not to generate any money, right? Like, it's to raise, just to promote the game. And all these people then go out, and spread the word and say, you know what, I had an amazing time. I love Tekken. I'm going to buy Tekken. They tell their friends, So it is profitable in that sense. But for them, like, right then and there, imagine, like, all the indie games and all of those, they're not going to be making, they're actually going to be making a loss. But Namco can afford that loss, right? They can afford it. But other companies, there's no way you can afford to lose, like, thousands, on an event like that. And then, for kind of long term. So yeah, it's a bit mad, but it seems like there's no. Yeah,
it's just mental of where 2025 is gonna go now in terms of events. Like, apart from EGX,
scary,
I don't know who anyone's. Well, you got Format, which is in Liverpool/Manchester, which is a nightclub event, so it's not really an expo.
Yeah, it's a night. It's a night. But I mean, they've got hosting though, haven't they? They got. I mean, just bring it back to so they're gonna. They have panels, don't they?
Yeah,
because I've not been. I've just
they don't have panels.
I've just seen I thought they had some panels where they got, like, creators. Well, is that previously? Or it might have been someone else. It might have been another one.
Timeless Gaming does. But that's only only a 1 day event. Do you know, like, a grand scale expo? There's nobody no more. That's it.
Other than that, it's TwitchCon. You know what I mean? That's the TwitchCon is probably again.
Right, that's it. Everyone, bye. We're going to TwitchCon. We're going to Amsterdam.
Are we going to Amsterdam?
Yep, we are. Well, the three of us, we're going.
Nice.
Streams. Oh, hang on. I'm just getting a DM here. Yep, Leon's confirmed it. Yep, the three of us are going to TwitchCon.
No.
on the StreamC credit card.
Yeah. Best thing is, I know.
Wait. Can I come as well then?
No.
That's have a ticket for me as well.
No, the three of us.
StreamC credit card, man.
Leon has just said that. Leon's confirmed. Yeah, the three of us are going. Happy days.
So what you're confirming then is that we're going to TwitchCon before Ross gets an office.
Yes, 100%. Oh,
yes.
Ross is never getting that office. Let's be real. Anyway, right. Little diversion done. There's Chaotic Neutral here. Ross TSU's here now. Yeah. Everyone, welcome. This is Creators of the Doughnut Table. Oh, and I can never get his name. Stray. That's what I'm going to call it. Yeah, I can never.
Also,
how do you say it? Is it Stray Yuru?
Oh,
Whoa, that's the one. That's difficult to say.
Yeah,
Stray Yuru.
Is it Stray Yuru? Straight Uru or Stray Uru?
I'm not gonna call his government name out, but hiya, Stray. Hello, welcome.
Is it?
StreamC, we are not saying that. We're not saying that those three letters.
Oh, okay. I was about to say it. I'm sorry. I'm about to say it. I'm too gullible when it comes to these things.
You find yourself putting that voice on as well when you say it, don't you?
Right. So if we're talking about expos, if anybody says about SoCon, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing about SoCon.
Okay, can we just talk about can we talk about the elephant in the room? The fact that Ross TSU was late.
Do you know what? I've given up on the man. I really have.
You mean the boss was? You mean the boss was late? The cast boss was late.
Put it this way.
I know you're the cast boss, but he's the cast boss.
Yes, he is. That's fine.
Can we?
We can ban him. We can ban him. I mean, he's a mod.
That's fine.
Anyway, right. I'm going to go back onto topic now. And I have realised I've done this the wrong way around, but it's fine. But Mr. Rukang, you have never been on Creators of the Table before.
No, it's my first time.
And about an hour before, you didn't even know what Stream Seed truly was, but that's fine. So, how about you tell everybody who is lovely and spent their time to turn up, who are you? Why are you here?
Yeah, do you know, first of all, big shouts to both of you for having me on. Really appreciate it, man. Shouts to the chat, Chaotic Neutral, Mrs. Quack, Stra Euro, I hope you said that, Hazilla there as well. Everyone, big love for coming on. But yeah, my name's Rukang. I'm a commentator, Tekken commentator, host, analyst, whatever, everything Tekken, basically. So yeah, I go around doing events, for the Tekken World Tour, flying to different countries during the year, and also hosting events here in the UK as well, MCM, Insomnia, EGX, all these kind of stuff. But yeah, that's basically me. I was a professional player beforehand. I was sponsored by a team and traveled playing the game, and now kind of moved into commentary because I can't keep up with those young man reactions. The 20-year-olds, the 21. They're just doing some really crazy stuff, man. With Tekken practicing, 12 hours a day, and so it's very, very difficult to compete with that. And I've kind of accepted it. I've kind of come to the realization. I'm like, you know what? I have to just accept that I can't win like I used to do before. So and I'm at peace with it. I was
saying, it's been proven though, hasn't it? That the older you get, the slower. No, it's biologically your reactions slow down, don't you? So how old? If you don't mind me asking, how old were you when you retired?
So when I stopped playing, I was about playing properly, like 31. I stopped playing.
That's quite old for an actual with the greatest respect.
No, of course.
From a professional gaming, sponsored gamer type of thing. That's actually quite old because you really when you look at some of the professional gamers in the Tekken players. We've had Ems on, didn't we? Quack when she represented Great Britain, Northern Ireland in FIFA. Some of the players are really, we're talking like what, 14, 15 years old, where they're in their prime, and really like by the time you hit 25 you're on your way out, aren't you? Because your reactions are that slowed down, as you said, from you're playing for 12 hours, so to retire at 31, I mean, that's, like I said, that's quite old.
Yeah, it was good. It was like, a good run. And do you know what? Like what I'm doing now is really fun now too, right? So it's like, hosting and all this stuff, commentary. It's really it's really fun because I get to meet loads of people. I get to talk Tekken, and because of all the experience that I've had, playing the game as well, I understand like the mindset and how a player thinks in game, and it was a really nice kind of transition into commentary. Which I'm really happy about. So yeah, like the hosting stuff is really cool.
Well, my first question is, right, my first official question is, and Lofty can't answer this. Who you main in? Like, if me and you are gonna fight right now, granted, you are gonna.
Quack, get out of my head, dude, because that was gonna be my first question. Who was he maining? Who did
you both scripted, you both planned this, right?
Right.
No.
You can't see.
Where's the script? Where's the script?
Right, guys, you can't see this, but my list is this little notepad, and I have 1, 2, 3. I have 5 things written on it. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Was that shout out to Corsair there, Quack?
Yeah, of course they want to sponsor me because they built my PC pretty much. But, so because I know from seeing when I do watch your streams of like you do like a bit of Devil Jin.
Yes, Devil Jin is my main. I'm gonna stick with him for now until Bob comes back.
You're determined for Bob, I know.
Yeah. Just fingers crossed, that he returns.
Is Devil okay? As someone who's not a Tekken player, is Devil Jin a Tekken 8 character, or has Devil Jin always been in the Tekken?
He's been in the majority of the games. Yeah, he's been in the majority. But I only started playing Devil Jin in Tekken 8. But he's a lot of fun. I like the whole lasers and all the flashy stuff as well. Not the strongest of characters, but very, very fun.
Go on, Quack. You want to tell him who you made.
Yeah, tell me your main.
See your itching's like, I want to tell him.
Do you know what? I wasn't actually, but since you've asked, I'm a Kaz main now.
Kazuya main, nice.
Yes.
Mishima. So do you know what? If you play a Mishima, this means you're highly intelligent, and you're very execution based, very methodical in how you play. So a good character to pick.
Right,
Rukan,
right.
Rukan,
Whoa,
Rukan.
hang on. No. Loft,
Those
Loft.
are the
I
words
need
I would want.
silence. Loft, I need silence. Loft, you are gone as a co-host. Rukang, everyone, is the official new co-host as my bigging up man. Hell yes.
Yeah, it takes a lot of skill to play that
Wow.
character. So props to you, Quack. As if you say that to anyone, most people would clap and be like, big respects for using.
You
Ru-
can,
Ru-
you
Ru-
cannot
Rukan,
wipe this
Rukan,
smile off my face.
You do realise you have literally made his day now. In fact, he's made his year. Okay, because no one in the Stream Seed team calls Quack intelligent. Okay, we all know he's not the sharpest knife in the toolbox. Okay?
Based on the character usage, it says different. If he says that to all the Tekken players, they'll if you pick Kazuya, you have to have a certain aura to play Kazuya. You have to not anyone can pick up this character. You need to learn to wave dash. It's a very complex character. So
you have to have a certain aura. You have to have a certain aura, as in smug. You have to be smug.
So one of the things that Mishima is known for is they have to have this kind of arrogance about them, in order to play a Mishima. So there has to be a slight arrogance. There has to be a slight kind of I'm better than you, and I know it.
There you go. There you go, Sweet. There you go, chat. You just said that. Arrogant. Quack. Dude, you're
A little bit of arrogance, a little tiny bit.
So he's coming and said, so Rukan's come in and said, you're intelligent, you're smart, you're methodical. But then at the other hand, he's gone, you're an arrogant sod.
Loft. I do not care. All right.
You know what? I just switched to the stream right now because I can't see Quack on the other screen. He's just like this.
Yep.
He's like-
Bask in my glory. That is all I'm going to say, right? Lately, I've had 2 instances where you could not wipe the smile off my face. One of them was offline when me and the boys played a game of PUBG and I got the winning shot. Now, if anybody doesn't know, I'm shit at PUBG, right? So for me to get a winning shot is legitimately make me happy.
Yeah.
The other time is right now. You can say anything and the smile is not coming off this face.
Nice.
So
Good main character.
Right. So Mrs. Crack plays Tekken as well because she kicked my butt last time I played.
And I
Tekken,
kick her ass
I'm-
too.
So I'm still reeling from that. Also, Ross is saying you have an annoying aura. Dude.
All right, yeah. I don't know what kind of aura do you guys in chat sense from Quack? What's the aura? So one person says an annoying aura. I think methodical, intelligent aura with a tiny hint of arrogance.
And I'm saying about me being happy, and Mrs. Quack is saying my wife and the birth of my child. Apparently, that doesn't meet the level of PUBG and being called good in Tekken.
Rukan compliment equals birth of a child.
Yeah. Oh well, win some, lose some. Anyway, right. Let's. So I want to touch on to a little bit of that. You said that you get contacted by Bandai Namco directly. So.
Yes.
I'm gonna assume that you got your contact through being a professional player.
So it's quite a strange one, quite a strange story, which I'll cut down a lot. So the main kind of gist of it was that I, again, this is just a kind of little bit of advice for anyone doing any kind of gaming, hosting or anything, analyst. You have to start off doing small community events, and just putting yourself out there, really, just trying to commentate or host or ask for the opportunity. You'll never know the answer if you don't ask. And then so again, I just kind of did that, played the game. And then all of a sudden, one day, there's a character called Azucena, who's a Peruvian character in Tekken, and I did a reaction video on Azucena because I was super happy. I knew that the character was from Peru, and it meant a lot to me. My family originates from Peru, so they put a Peruvian character in the game. I did a reaction video, and it blew up, right? And then I get a message from someone from Namco saying, "Do you know what? We've been watching you. We've been seeing your over the last couple of years. How you kind of carried yourself and how you've you just played the game and enjoyed yourself, right? And we think you're a really good fit, for doing, this event, X event, right?" And that's how it all started, right? So just out of nowhere, the thing that people I think don't realize is that these guys, these companies or whatever, they all have their eyes everywhere. All it takes is for one member of their company to say, by the way, like, I just saw this guy, check the video out, and then bam, it all just explodes. So the more out there you kind of put yourself, the more chance you have of someone seeing something. And the big shout outs to the the head of Namco, of all the events and stuff. He said his whole team watched the reaction video and they brought it to his attention, and then that was it. And then from then on, it was all good.
So
But yeah, it just shows just kind of putting your name out there. And
So I'm gonna guess like the Bandai Namco was a sort of a goal in your mind, but did you ever think it was achievable, or was it just something? Nah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it was like a mixture of both. It's definitely a good question. It was a bit, it wasn't something I was planning to do. I was doing a lot of commentary stuff and maybe hosting here and there. Not as much. But that really kicked things off, and I wasn't really expecting it, and I wasn't looking for it. So I didn't do the reaction video just to get their attention, if that makes sense. It was just a genuine reaction, and I think that's what caught their eye. It was like just a genuine kind of reaction to a character being released in Tekken.
Wow.
And then from an event point of view, so you said they gave you an event to do. Did they
Yes.
throw you straight in the deep end and like massive event, or did
Yes.
did they start you off small and say, right, we're going to give you a small event, and then you build your way up?
Yeah, straight into a big event. Straight into the. This one was Insomnia. Insomnia, straight in there, right? So it was like, okay, it's like, do you want to like host Insomnia with Spag, who's another, one of the best hosts and commentators in the world, and he's from the UK as well. And he was like, oh yeah, do you want to both of you want to host this event for 3 days? It was actually originally meant to be 1 or 2. I think it was like 1 day or something, and then they were like, oh, scrap it. Do you want to do 3 days? And I was like, oh my god, this is nuts, right? 3 days of like just
it's
on the
going
stage
off.
and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. But
wait
yeah,
there. Mom, I'm going to Insomnia.
that was the first thing I did. I was like, Mom, Dad, I was like, this is absolutely crazy, and the way it happened as well. But I already had some experience of doing like commentary, online and at events as well. So I already had that kind of foundation. That I knew I could kind of do it. I was like, yeah, you know what, I can do it, even though I'm a bit nervous. It should be fine.
So I've never done any sort of hosting in your sort of sense. I've got a degree in performing arts, so like I can go on a stage and I can talk into front of a bunch of people as long as the lights are off, because as long as I can't see them, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But I can't really do without a script, especially in front of a live audience, because I'm like,
Yeah.
unless I'm being myself,
Yeah.
because I'm just gonna be like,
I was gonna say because you say that, but like you're a content creator yourself, though, Quack.
but it's me.
But it's you.
Yeah,
The thing is, though, is events like this, though, you're not going to be just completely unscripted, though. I mean, I'm guessing, Rukang, you were given like points that you had to cover, similar to what we mean Quack do when we for this event. We sit down and we go through and we say, okay, we got this guest coming on. We've got this type. This is the topic.
Yeah.
We're going to ask key things, and then from there, just wherever flows.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it was like they would give you like a kind of schedule for the day. So this time be here, rehearsals, or like just kind of practicing between 10 to 11. 11 show starts 11:30 the first tournament, and then like make sure every hour you mention this kind of maybe we have like a Tekken toy or something, and then the next hour speak about maybe a giveaway you can do. But a lot of the time it wasn't scripted. So a lot of the time me and my friends who were hosting, we kind of just made stuff up. We were like, okay, what should we do now on the spot? And we were like, all right, let's run a competition on the Insomnia stage and see who can do the best Tekken impression, and then they win a prize. We just kept doing like random stuff. Then we're like, oh, who can do the best Bear Kuma, Raw on stage? Who can do the best like entrance? We just made everything up on the spot. But you're right, like it's always good to have like a kind of body. But then the rest of it, you should just kind of let it naturally flow. Like show your personality and just who cares? Like if you mess your lineup, who gives I'll change the word, who gives a crap, right? So then it's like, yeah, it's like people are just going to remember stuff for, the next like 10 seconds. You get some idiot be like, oh look, he just messed up his line for like 5 seconds, and then after
Yeah.
that they'll be off and thinking of something else. So that's the kind of way I think of things. If someone criticizes you or says something, they're going to forget about it in the next 5 seconds. So who cares really? Say whatever you want.
But so do you like? This is gonna sound like a really thing now, but like, do you get breaks? Because obviously, like you say, because these things can go on for hours and hours on end. So like, I remember when we went to Insomnia, I seen you on stage quite a lot, but then obviously I didn't spend all the. Actually, fun little fact: we were there for the full 3 days, and me and Mrs. Quack did the tournament every single day. Actually,
Nice.
on the Sunday we did it twice, and guess what? Never got to the stage once.
Oh man. Do you know what? Now you can come up to me and you can ask to be on the stage, man. I'll put you on the stage straight away. We'll put you up against a Tekken Pro, and then
Great. I'll just lose.
We'll put both of you on stage.
I'll tell you what, Rukan, I'll do a deal with you. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll host with whoever's the co-host for you, and they'll have ladies and gentlemen, we got Quack versus Rukan.
Yeah.
And you pick your mains, and we'll see who's got the biggest aura.
Yeah, and watch my aura crumble. Anyway, yeah. So do you like, if we just take the Insomnia where what was it, I-72 or whatever, you couldn't have been on stage the full time. You must have must have people swap out for you, or
No. So it was just us two, but we had plenty of breaks, so we didn't have to do everything. The kind of first stage of like the brackets and tournaments are usually done off to the side, the smaller setups. So during there we'd get like a nice half an hour break, then we'd have to go on for another half an hour, and then a lot of the time Namco are really flexible. They're really good, really good, like some of the members bringing us coffee and stuff and making sure we're all right and everything. And we even got to participate in some events whilst we were hosting as well, so I had the mic while I was playing as well. So it was a lot of fun, and enough breaks as well, so it was pretty good.
So,
no,
I could see you were going to talk.
Yeah. As a creator, as a host, a presenter, and I know Quack has a routine. Quack has a routine. I know that there are other creators that we've met have routines. Do you have any pre-show rituals that you do? That you just get yourself into it, or get yourself ready and prepared? Like, I know that we've spoken to people that like have to eat before they have to eat. They have to do certain things, almost like if I don't do this and I don't do that, then I can't do anything else.
No. So with me, I take like a completely different approach to doing stuff like that, because I'm so calm. People might think like I'm quite they might think hosting and stuff, if you're about to go live to a couple of thousands or whatever, right, that it might be quite nerve-wracking. But for me, it's very, like I said before, just I don't really care what people think. I got to a stage where it's just some people will like you, some people will dislike you, and I'm fine with that, because if you're in this industry, you're always going to get someone that doesn't like what you do, or maybe is maybe is jealous of how much you guys are doing. But at the same time, there's loads of people. There's loads of good people out there. It overweighs the bad people. So when I'm about to host, it's just about me being myself, and it's not. There's no rituals. Just the night before, good night's sleep. That's all it is. That's all I've learned, is no gaming till like 5 a.m. because I used to do that. When when all the boys are around and stuff, you just want to have a drink and play some Mario Kart, play some Tekken, play some whatever, Call of Duty. And I've learned my lesson now. It's like, never stay up till like 6 a.m. when you've got like an event at maybe 9 a.m. to wake up for and to do the whole thing. So just a good night's sleep is always important to anyone. Just get the good 8 hours, even though you're probably really tempted to go out and have a good time.
No, do you know what that is? You know the responsibility, and it's just
exactly.
You're getting old, and I could say that because you said you're. I said that. No, I could say that because I could say that because Lofty's over 40. I know that much. I'm 34, and you said earlier something about 31. So I was like, right.
I'm 33 now. So yeah.
Right, sweet. So I can make an old joke, because you're the youngest.
You can. You're right. We're all old here, right?
Yep.
Whoa! I'm old. I am old, but I can stay up late. I do it in the morning, but I stay up late.
I can't anymore. Like, by the time it's like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., I'm just like, I'm dozing off already, man. I just need my sleep.
Yeah, I can't be doing all night gaming sessions no more. I've not got it in me, and I have a
Oh mate,
17-month
do
old.
you know what? The good old days, man. It was amazing. Stay up all
Oh,
night and just eat like nice big pizza with
yeah,
nice
man.
Yeah,
nice
and then
chicken
you look out the window, you see the sun come out, going, oh no.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I was back in the day when I used to work shifts. I mean, I did like an all nighter World of Warcraft, and we were doing Alterac Valley,
Yeah.
and like, as Quack said, literally, so I looked out the window, was like, oh, it's morning. Well, I guess I'm not sleeping tonight then.
Yeah, true gamers, man. I love it, man. I love it. It was the good times. I loved
My old
doing it.
sessions of doing Minecraft and then looking at the sun, see the sun come out, going, I gotta go to college in like an hour. Oh no, this is not going well.
No, but I'm glad. You know what? I'm one thing I want to say is that I'm happy that like all of us got to kind of experience that. Because some people, will never know, the whole 24 hours of game, just eating whatever, being with friends, and just doing all this. There's a lot of like online stuff now, and
I think
it's
it's a generational thing. I think I think it's purely a generational thing because
definitely, yeah.
because the thing is like is nowadays when we were in our you think about in our late 20s. I was in my late 20s. You guys were kids. Anyway, I was in my late 20s.
Yeah.
So back then it was, as you said, like online gaming. It was only a few online games you could play.
Yeah, very few, yeah, right,
Where and the almost like the mentality of gamers was different back then.
yeah.
I don't know if you find the same thing within the Tekken community.
Yeah.
I know there's certain games, and everyone anyway, anyone who's either a viewer, a creator, or a gamer knows at least one game that has a salty community.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem. I think the mentality of gamers has changed over the decade, over the last decade.
Yes.
And I think that's why people, as you were saying, people don't experience the same thing anymore. People don't stay up all night playing games with their mates anymore because it's unheard of, because people start raging, people start getting really salty because they lose instead of just accepting and just enjoying the moment.
A lot of saltiness, right? Now, like nowadays, there's just a lot of rage quitting and jumping into to people's like messages and saying you're crap, or like using an easy character, or like you're cheating, or you're doing this, and it's nuts, man. It's just the different era we live in.
To be fair, if a creeper blew up my house in Minecraft at like 3 a.m, I was raging. So I just wasn't messaging the creeper or anything.
How many keyboards went through the window, Quack?
I don't know. I used to play on controller literally up until this
how
year.
many controllers went through the wall?
Actually, fun fact: I think I've only ever broken 2 controllers in my entire life. So
Nice.
I'm
overuse.
No, overuse, because I'm a controlled rager. I'll just say profanities. Anyway, actually, Log, your little talk there then actually is a good segue back onto topic of my next question because you do host online. You hosted a Tekken event, but it was a cash prize. I can't remember how much it was, but
for an online event.
Yeah, it was an online event that you hosted through your channel.
Was it my own event?
It was your own event.
Yes.
How much was that for? Because I can't remember now.
You've
done a couple, haven't you?
Yeah. So the one that I did this year, the series that I did, was $250 over 6 weeks. So around about £200 every week for like top 4 places. And then the final was
200 quid a week.
Yeah,
200 quid a week. Yeah, for the for like the top 4, and then it was I think it was about 2,000 or 3,000 for the finals if you made it into the
I knew there was I knew there was something like thousands wise in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So is that, I'm not going to go into very specifics, but is that
of course
coming out of your pocket, or is that coming out of someone else's?
Right. No, this is coming from so sponsors and also people in the community that it's big shouts as well to some of the Tekken communities. Just the community that I know are insane. Someone would reach out to me and be like, "Oh, do you know what? I really love your fight clubs. Could I just drop like say 500 for like the next 2 weeks or something to for the players and stuff, and I'd be more than happy because it's for the event is for the community, right? So
Yeah.
I do it just to give people an opportunity to showcase their skills, just like when I was starting up and I had the opportunity from some people. So it was a nice little project I wanted to do, and I'm so happy that we did like 8 weeks of Tekken action. It was every Wednesday 7 p.m. prize money, grand finals as well, commentators as well. It was just a good time, a good time for everyone.
Because I was going to say, if it's coming out of your pocket, do you need a best friend? Because I'd be more than happy to facilitate the best friend slot. But since it's coming out of someone else's pocket, I won't stoop that low.
Wait. Quack, he's already said that he's going to bring you up on stage. You can't then ask to be his best friend.
Well, no, because he's already said he's going to give me. He's already going to bring me up on stage, so that's already won. So I don't need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what would you say is that, apart from being physical in person and online, what would you say is the difference in your performance of doing an online event versus being on stage?
It's a good question. Yeah, I think with online it's a bit more. I'm in my room. I don't feel the energy of the crowd. If it's in person, you have an arena, full of people, and they're just roaring at certain occasions. Versus Fighting was in Birmingham, and it was the grand finals were in the IMAX arena in Birmingham. So you have like this massive IMAX cinema with like 1,000 people sitting behind you, and me and my commentator at the front commentating the action. If there's a hype moment, I'm just like literally off my chair or grabbing whoever's next to me and just shaking them like all the time. You just lose your shit, right, if you're in the arena. So it's a big difference between commentating offline and online.
But oh, sorry, go on, Quack.
No, I was just going to say, do you feel you need to bring more, like, do you need to drink a Monster beforehand to bring that energy when you're, like you say, you're in your room and you're in your t-shirt and shorts compared to being on stage?
I think usually if it's an event online, it's I don't know if serious is the correct word. So it's a bit more laid back. So when they give us the instructions on how to do the event, it's usually quite like, it's a laid back event. You don't need to go overboard. And obviously I need to save my voice as well. I can't just be going nuts all the time. But in an offline event, there's usually like a lot of rules, don't say this, say this, don't say this, say this, like, and do this here, do this there, make sure to introduce this here, this. So there's a lot more, rules, and there's like a schedule for every, every 2 minutes, there's like a line that says something, right? We don't read all of that, but the production team are the ones, mainly doing that. But yeah, I guess like when it's offline, it's usually a lot bigger and there's a lot more viewers, right? In person and online. So it will definitely be different. And, I need to kind of up the energy levels. But I don't really, think about the energy levels. It just kind of happens naturally because, the crowd, I look to my side and people are just jumping off their chairs and everyone's going nuts. So it's like, that gives me energy, and then I just pop off even crazier.
As a host, as a commentator, do you find it really hard not to have a favorite and cheer on a particular competitor? I mean, because the thing is, I suppose you have to be completely on the fence. How do you stop yourself from appearing that you're cheering on one particular competitor?
Yeah, so I'll be honest with you now. I'm just biased, really. Like I'm doing like a Tekken World Tour event, and I'm like, okay, my friend's on stage. I'm like, okay, this is my best friend, and like, what, I want him to win, and then obviously the stream chat, I'll get a lot of, maybe, oh, the Rukang is biased, Rukang, you can't do that. Like, oh, I hate biased commentary. Oh, whatever. The stream chat will say whatever they want, right?
Yeah.
But I've kind of just, again, as I get older, I'm like, I try not to be biased, but if there's a situation where, Quack's on stage versus some random guy, I'm gonna obviously say Quack. Like I'm obviously gonna say to him, I would want him to win.
No. What you should be doing is saying, Quack, you're using the wrong combos. The other guy's kicking your ass.
Yeah.
Do you know what,
I should say that, right? But like if someone you're right though. It's a good question. It's kind of difficult to not be biased. But
do you know
I guess to a point where I don't care.
Ru, I'll win for you. Don't you worry.
Yeah, you have to. See, when I'm on stage, I'll be like, I'll be like, Quack's on the stage now, and I know for sure this guy will not let me down here. round one, start. So he can't let me down. Otherwise, I look like an idiot, right?
I wouldn't want you to look like an idiot. I will have to do. I would have to
Exactly, yeah,
see.
yeah.
It's not for me. I'm not doing this for me. I'm not that self-centered. I'm doing this for you.
And then in the end, Crack loses by 3 rounds. And you're
Okay,
like,
then I just like I'll go silent and not say anything. Be like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
anyway, next game now, next match.
and it'd be like,
On
it'd be
to the
like
next.
this. It'd be like this. Hi, Namco. Yeah. I'll expect the P45 in the post. Yeah, sounds brilliant. See you later.
Exactly.
So I completely forgot you went to VS Fighting. So you've hosted part of the Tekken World Tournament,
Tekken World Tour, yes, 2024. Yep.
which for not many people here, but if you are a Tekken fan, like to me, that's amazing, considering they go all around the world and they've been to the UK. They did a bit in EGX, didn't they?
The EGX wasn't part of the World Tour. I think that was like the pre kind of before the game came out to the promoting. But the Birmingham one was part of the World Tour.
So like that's to me that's like insane that you played a part. All right, you didn't compete in it, did you?
No, I didn't. I'm not allowed to compete in events. I'm not allowed to compete if I'm commentating. If I'm on the job.
So like, can't compete if you're on the job.
It's terms and conditions. It's like when you work for a company. You know, I remember when I was 16, I worked for McDonald's and they had them and the Monopoly stuff came out. My family couldn't enter the competition because I worked for McDonald's.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, of course. Yeah. You can't do that.
But with you, like, because how long have you been playing Tekken? What was your first Tekken?
The end of Tekken 6. So I've been playing for about maybe 12 years now.
Oh, okay.
12 years or so. 12, 13 years, yeah.
So after that first year of you playing Tekken, if someone come up to you and said, oh, by the way, in like 10 to 11, 12, 13 years, you're going to be commentating or you're going to be a part of the Tekken World Tour, like, what would you have said to that person? No chance. It's impossible, man. I'm a uni student. I'm like sitting in the games room with like 4 people, just fangirling over like all these top Tekken players, like watching on YouTube, and oh my god, this guy's this. Oh my god, this guy. Watching in the in the arcades as well. I'll stand from the back, just like watching like all these top players just doing their thing, and I would have said no chance, impossible. So when you're sat in the chair, because who did you commentate with? Was it Spag?
Yeah, Spag. A lot of them I do with Spag. Yeah.
So when you're sat in the chair, Spag sat next to you, like how it's kind of going down the route of like how do you stop being biased, but like how do you stop yourself from like have you got that good of a professional mind, or is it do you blank out where you're doing it and you're like I'm just commentating another Tekken event, it's fine. Like where's your mind at, especially when you're doing that first fight? Like where's your mind at?
Do you know the thing is with like the best commentators in the world, like Spag for example, he like when we sit down, like we can joke around before, 5 minutes before we're joking, we're doing all the craziest jokes ever, right? And then like when we sit down and when we when it's game time, our mindset, we can just the thing about us is we can just switch it on and off instantly. Like we can sometimes even we can sit there for 10 minutes and not really say anything and just on our phones maybe sorting out some social media stuff or whatever. Like we don't say anything, and then once it's like live, bam, we're on, and then we start off and then we just do the first game, and it's never like it's never awkward or anything. Like we know how to bounce off each other, we know how to each other's pacing and everything, so it's quite easy to get into the flow of things.
So it's literally just kind of like another day in the office kind of thing.
Yes, another day in the office. Wow. Yeah, for sure. Like we sit there and we just because we enjoy it, right? It's not forced. Like we actually have good chemistry. He's one of my best friends as well. We've traveled the world together. So when we sit down, it's like 2 friends having a conversation. We even say the occasional appropriate, like if someone's using a top tier character where like we say an inside joke, like the person's kind of cheating in a way, because he's using one of the strongest characters in the game. The Twitch chat will understand. Again, this Twitch chat will go crazy. They'll say, oh, these guys don't know anything, like, oh no, there's no way this character's the best, like, oh, tell them to shut up or whatever, right? But we have fun. We have fun and we enjoy it a lot.
But by the sounds of it, but it's good fun. I guess, well, let me try that sentence actually properly. I'm gonna go with Spag being by your side calms you and helps you a lot. Like, I'm not saying you can't work with
Yes.
anybody else, but like,
Yes, it does. Definitely.
Spag's your boy
100.
that you kind of
100%.
like. If you got him next to you,
Yeah.
life is good.
Yeah, it's because he was the first one who kind of brought me into these things. You know, he put my name forward. He also invited me to many events, and he's also done Fight Club stuff with me as well in the past. So we kind of had that bond. So we it's a lot easier when I have him next to me. It's like, this is going to be very easy. Whereas if it's someone new, I have to maybe adjust to their pacing. Or if it's someone someone that hasn't done it very long, then I'm the one that has to kind of, adjust. But if it's someone else that's done it for longer than me, then they're usually the ones kind of adjusting to my pacing as well. Yeah.
It is mental. But you did you did say one thing of like it's taken you around the world, and you're not joking when you say that, because you have you've come back from, when I messaged you last to make sure everything was all good, you just come back from Thailand.
Yeah, it was Thailand. Yeah, so I was in Saudi for the Esports World Cup for Tekken, and then flew to Dubai for a Tekken World Tour Master event there, and then it was to Thailand for another Tekken World Tour Master event there.
Did you even come home between those flights, or were you literally flight to flight to flight?
The Saudi and Dubai one, I didn't go home. I just went straight. I was like, I'm gonna go and sit by the beach for a little bit, man. I was like, I need to just swim for a while and just eat like a nice pizza and just relax, right? And then
the thing is, Loft,
event,
his flight is at 10:30 for his next trip. So like we can't keep him. We can't keep him. While you were gone, like he was saying, like, guys, you gotta be done by 10:30. Cause like I gotta go. Because like I'm going to, I don't know, he's going to Jerusalem next.
Yeah. No, but it's so much fun. Like, getting to see the world, meeting the different Tekken communities. It's pretty fun.
Did you go to the Tekken World Finals last year?
No, the Tekken World Finals last year was. I remember it was in New Orleans. It was in USA.
Yes.
And I wasn't actually doing Tekken World, so I was only doing like challenger events, which like are organized by. How do you say it? Like, as in a company would, organize this, but it's usually a little less, not professional, but like just more chilled out, right?
Yeah.
But the master events are the ones that, Namco contact you and say, can you do this event for us? So I wasn't actually doing master events last year. So I didn't do any. But I am now, yeah. I'm doing master events now, yeah.
Yeah. So where's your next place taken now?
So the Tekken World Tour Finals are in Japan in 2 weeks' time, and who knows if I'm going?
What? The finals is in 2 weeks.
Yeah, the grand finals. Yeah, the year's nearly over. Yeah, the year's
literally.
December.
I can still remember watching last year's finals.
Yeah, the year's gone so quickly.
God.
Yeah.
I was gonna say quack we're nearly in November, dude.
I am not mentally prepared for this.
Nearly Christmas time already, man. You need to say the New Year's resolutions and stuff, man.
Honestly, I'm still in July. I don't know where you lot are.
It's because he's been told he's got a Christmas dinner for the crew.
Oh, nice. Christmas dinner, yeah.
I got to worry about Christmas presents first. So you're going to Japan?
Who knows?
That means yes.
I guess that's the. We don't know yet.
Wink, wink.
We don't know.
I'd like to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'd love to. And
if Bandai Namco are watching, wink, wink.
You know what? I'd love to, and we'll see what the future holds.
So,
is that a good answer?
Just name for the chat who might not know. Just name a couple of places where hosting / because when you go to these places, by the way, are you competing or are you doing like hosting duties out there maybe as well? Or
so yeah, no, I'm not allowed to compete in any of the events that I'm hosting or commentating.
Yeah, so do you know when you went to Saudi, was you competing or was you hosting out there?
No, I was an analyst. Sorry, in Saudi.
Is that
so me,
casters?
Spag, and so the casters were the ones like commentating the game.
Yeah,
and then when the game was over, it'd be sent to me, Spag, and Bubsy.
Right. Okay.
So
right.
and we would like analyze the games. It's like the in rugby and football. You have the pundits. They're the ones
Yeah.
that basically talk crap, and the ones that talk crap, and then everyone's like, oh no, you're wrong. Like no way that's right. Like so we're the ones that just kind of discuss the we just
happenings.
discuss what happened, and
Yeah.
then it goes back to the actual game.
Where they went right, where they went wrong.
Yeah.
What they could have done better.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
Yeah, our opinions.
So for the chat that don't know, just name, I don't know, 3 or 4 places that this game, the mixture of polygons, where this has taken you around the world, like some of your favorite places.
Mate. Yeah, I think some of my favorite places have to be, Dubai is taking me all the way there. Beautiful place, very chilled out, very safe, beautiful shopping malls, and lovely food. It's really nice. Thailand as well. Thailand was the most recent one. My first time in Thailand, it was amazing as well, man. Everything was like so cheap, bro. It was nuts. It was so good. I also went to Sweden this year. Beautiful. I went to like a place like kind of to the outskirts of Sweden, but it was just so calm, and the air was so nice as well. So yeah, quite a few places. Saudi as well, of course. Saudi was amazing. I didn't get to explore much this time round, but because I was working, I think it was like 5 days. But hopefully next time I get to explore a bit more. But yeah, it's crazy how like gaming's taken me to it's crazy how like gaming's taken me like to kind of these heights. It's a bit nuts.
But I think we need to pull the little violin out for him, dude. He's not got to go to explore the countries. He's been too busy.
Oh yeah. The violin. He didn't expect.
I kind of like got used to it now after like maybe 1 day exploring and then 5 days work. But I'm not complaining. I'm not. It's nice to get out there and just to.
And I'm going to assume, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Expenses paid.
Yes. So what they
whatever.
do is, flights, accommodation, food, and on top of that, obviously the work days as well. So everything.
Quack. Now, if you win on stage when Rukang brings you up, you might get the same.
Oh, right. So if
you win.
Right. No. What you're trying to say is, all right.
Yeah.
Rukang has to put me up on stage at an event that doesn't exist because let's face it, there's no events anymore. I have to beat Rukang, who you're on God level on a couple of characters, aren't you? And I'm not even that close. So I have to beat him, right? And then on the off chance you're saying that I could go to Saudi Arabia. Do you know what, Loft? I think you're a little bit delusional on this one. But
also don't forget you're also his best friend now, and Leon
exactly.
Leon's paying for us to go to Amsterdam. So.
Yes. Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys need to come down to an event. If I ever host like an event, in London, maybe in 2025, you guys are more than welcome. You've got free tickets. Make sure the VIP lanyards are on both of you. So
right, clip
make
that.
Sure to come down.
Right. 1 hour. 1 hour. 1 hour.
Make sure to come down and experience the hype and
right. 1 hour 7. Right. Whoever's editing this, 1 hour 7.
I got you.
Free tickets. Free tickets.
Quack. Did you hear that? We, as in you and me, brother.
For free tickets to an event, I'll go with you. Jesus.
No. Just you and me get the VIP. Everybody else, all like so.
Oh
Leon,
yeah.
Ross,
those monkeys can do whatever they want. I don't care. They can stand outside. Oh yes, this is a lovely building. Yeah, tell me how nice it is outside. Right, Mrs. Quack did ask a question a while ago for you, Rukang. Before becoming a host, do you have an aspiration to do something else? Because obviously you were a pro player before.
Yeah, I guess just to become, to win like multiple events and to travel the world, playing the game instead of hosting or commentating. I think that would have been one as who wouldn't want to be sponsored by like Red Bull or Cloud9, all these teams, and be sent around the world to compete. But I understand the pressures of competing, and you don't always win. And it's very difficult. Big props to all the pro gamers out there because it's very hard. But yeah, that's obviously what I wanted to do. I think most gamers would like to get paid to travel the world, right?
Just a quick on that one. Just bounce off that. You said you were at university. What were you studying?
Computer science. Yeah, computer science.
So you weren't far off. So you were already in that whole side of things anyway. And then as well as being a gamer as well. You just
but I was already like.
You already had the passion for all that.
Yeah, and we used to have like was like a tiny games room with like 6 setups in the kind of dining hall, which was really weird to me. And it was like just all glass windows, so like while everyone's eating, they can see you all just playing games. It was like super weird. I was like, what the hell is this? And then I had the choice between Street Fighter, Tekken, and Soul Calibur. So those 3 games were the ones there, and I played all 3 of them to
It's
like
like
a
picking
crap
your
level.
first Pokemon.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like, which way
Wow.
do I go?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know which game to pick, and then I kind of just you know diverted to Tekken for some strange reason. I don't know.
It drew
I
you
guess
in.
the reason is
It
like,
drew you in, bro. It drew you in, dude.
It did.
It was what it was meant to be.
Yeah, it was the will to win. Like I really didn't like losing, man. I hated it so much. Losing is the worst. It's like when a friend beats you and like, the smug look, and it's like, oh my God, like how do I beat this guy, man?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Quack gave me the smug look when she kicked my butt.
Yeah, no,
Oh yeah,
nice.
she whooped you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was very smug.
Yeah, but it's always good fun. It's always good fun. It makes you better, right? At the
Do you
game.
know what? I still find it mental of like the type of people we've had on here, and the 2 people I'm thinking of right now is MZ and Yuru, of like how when we were growing up, we had Duck Hunt and we had Mario and we had
Yeah.
these weird little games, and then like I started on Tekken 2, so you like got the polygons of King and stuff like that, and it's so bizarre. And now it's like it's taken people around the world, and it's taken people to places that they would have never have dreamed of, and taken them to events and doing things that like only seems like a fever dream to like 70, like not 17, like 10-year-old us's, just being like, no, like I'm not gonna go to Dubai. What are you on about? But it just blows my mind of like how
it's quite mental. Yeah.
how far like gaming has come, really. And
Yeah, it's nuts. Like I reckon Tekken wasn't Tekken 6 wasn't like this. Tekken Tag 2 wasn't like this. Tekken 7 started the whole Tekken World Tour, and then it kind of blew up from there. The player base went just crazy, and then Tekken 8 came out and they did everything. They kind of marketing wise and tried to bring in as many players so it's just kind of right place, right time, and the game's growing as well. Everything just kind of growing in general. Gaming's just gone huge.
And so I know you've done Tekken, and it's a quick question.
Yeah.
Could you see yourself expanding to other games if you got the opportunities? Would you branch out to other genres, other style of like other fighting games, things like that?
Yeah, so I have done like a bit of Guilty Gear and some Street Fighter and dwelled in other games, but it's just very difficult to commentate other games because of how complex these games are. If it was a simpler game, then maybe. But when you've got Tekken, for example, and one character has like 100 moves, and you have like 20 plus characters with 100 moves, so you're trying to learn like all these notations, all their properties. And it goes the same for like League of Legends, Call of Duty. Like it's not something you could just pick up one day. League of Legends, there's so many different characters and so many abilities and positioning and everything. So I think I do work with other brands. I have one funny thing as well. I messaged Nando's. I was like, oh, Nando's, like, you want to sponsor me, man? And they were like, fair play to them. They came back with no. They were like, no, we're not looking for a gamers to sponsor at the moment. But do you know what? I'm so like, I'm happy that I have the like balls to just go up to them and just be like, you know what, like, I is this something you guys are offering? And I think that again, this is just advice for everyone. Chat, you have to ask, and if they say no, the worst that can happen is they say no, and then life goes on, right? But then there's many occasions where companies and brands will say yes. And then it's like, oh wow, like jackpot, right?
So Ross, 1 hour 12 means you need to speak to Pringles and KFC.
yeah.
Oh wait, do you know what? Let me write that down. Pringles is a good one to reach out to, man. Let me write that down. Pringles, that's definitely one, definitely.
Okay,
Ross isn't going to get a deal now because Rukang's got the deal instead.
The thing is, all right, Rukang is like busy talking to us right now. Ross is already DMing. He's already
Pringles UK Gaming. Yeah,
he is typing away. Right, as we look to wrap things up now. So he's not well. I think he might be here. He is on a business trip, but Mr. Slippers is Mr. Boss Man of StreamSeed, and he doesn't stream. He doesn't make content. He doesn't do nothing. So I like to pick on him quite a lot. So at the end of every stream, I always go, Mr. Slippers is a brand new content creator, and he's stepped into the world of content creating. And he looks at you and goes, "Do you know what? Content creating's not for me. I want to get into hosting." So he goes, "Who's the best person to go to?" And he stumbles upon you. And he goes, "Mr. Rukan, sir, what is the best advice you can give me as someone who is aspiring to be a host, a caster of that sort?"
Yeah, I think the best advice for anyone would be, the first thing is you need to just be genuinely passionate about what it is like, you're doing. So if it's casting, Minecraft or Mario Kart or whatever, you have to genuinely be interested, because that will show when you're speaking to brands, when you're speaking to, people, when you're casting these events. It shows when you're passionate and you know your stuff. So it is the first thing is just to to understand what you're passionate about. Like, do you actually genuinely like this game? Like, can you see yourself playing it for a number of years and growing with the game, and then slowly kind of speaking to people in the community, and not trying to not to have like a goal of like, I want to be, some people may disagree with this, because other people say you should have a goal in mind. But for me, it's like with gaming, because it's something that I'm so passionate about, like my goal is already like kind of achieved. Like I'm already enjoying the game. I'm having fun with my friends. I'm getting to talk about, this great game. So it's the most important thing is to be passionate and to kind of put yourself out there and just enjoy the journey. Enjoy it, because it's a lot of fun. Like getting to know people and playing the game with them and going on these small kind of events at first, and then gradually, if people like you, then great. If people don't, then carry on doing your thing.
Happy days.
So I was gonna say, for Mr. Slippers, there's going to be space.
Yeah, I was going to interject and say that his passion is space. So
What's his passion?
Yeah,
Space,
he loves
space
space.
and rockets.
So I
Nice.
always say about Starfield, but you can't really cast or comment on Starfield because it's not really that kind of game.
There must be like a space. There must be like a space game out there somewhere.
It's going to be some sort of space. So what? We'll get him hosting the PvP back in what was it, Modern Warfare 3? Was that the space the space map and the mission that when they were in space?
Yeah.
We'll get him casting that. There we go.
We'll find him something. It's fine. Right. I don't know about you, Pip, but I think we can call that a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about you talk about meetup, you talk about events in Cardiff. Do you want to talk about the what's happening that's just been announced this week?
I don't know. You tell me.
So did you not know?
Do you know what? I probably did, but knowing me, I probably forgot.
So we talked about events, and did you know that Twitch is powering a meetup?
Yeah, which one? Because they do a couple.
Well, they're doing one in Cardiff again.
Again! God!
Again! And do you know,
Gosh, dang it!
And do you know what makes it even better?
What?
It's being powered by StreamSeed, dude.
That's it. I'm done.
Yeah,
What? No way. That is sick.
So,
That is sick.
so guys, as you all know, if you might not have known, but there is so Twitch is empowering creators to do the meetups, and there's one in Cardiff with Strayuru, Nathan XN, and Carlton the Welsh, the epic Tash guy, the man with the most epic Tash. If you ever get Rukon, seriously, you can check him out. He's got the biggest Tash. He kills it and everything. Uses Prit Stick to kill it.
Wow.
So yeah, so StreamSeed are going to be working with these guys and with Twitch empowerment to do the meetup in Cardiff in 30th of March next year, guys. Tickets go on sale. I think is it next week? I think something like that.
Is it?
I think it is.
Hang on. This is us being professional.
It is, yeah. But StreamSeed the StreamSeed power division are going to be supporting, and helping with the marketing and the production of the event. So, kudos to the team. So they're going to be very, very busy.
The website drops tomorrow.
And there we go.
And then the tickets. It just says make sure you bookmark it ready to get your tickets. So
when did you say? When is the event again? Sorry.
30th of March.
30th of March. So that's going to be in. Nice. I'm gonna say this wrong. I apologize. Tramshed.
It is the Tramshed. Yes, it is
Tramshed.
It is a. Oh my god, I can't remember how big of a venue it is, but it's a big old venue. It's a big venue.
Nice. That sounds cool. I might need
There you
to-
go. Thank you, Stray.
Yeah.
Stray's in the chat saying Thursday. So yeah, so guys, Stream Seed are going to be working with the guys, working with Twitch, working with the meetup in Cardiff, meeting with those three amazing creators. So big kudos to the team. They're going to be very, very busy. They will be there. So Ross and Leon will definitely be there. Quack might be there. You never know.
Who knows?
I might be there. You never know. But yeah, they are going to be working with them. So keep an eye out for all those tweets over on X. Follow StreamSeed on X, guys. StreamSeed GG. Follow the Cardiff meetups, which is meetups Cardiff, and also keep an eye out for all the information coming out of that.
It is. Right. Thanks for that, Loft. It's almost
You're
like
welcome.
I did. It's almost like I did
Yeah.
know that was happening.
So
Right.
professional.
So I gotta stay professional. Right. We gotta save the best to last. So I gotta pretend like I'm looking at Loft, which is really weird because I'm not looking at any screens now. Am I? Yeah. Right. I got it good. Loft.
Yes.
Thank you for joining me again today.
It's so weird.
Oh.
It's weird because I'm doing the same thing. I'm not looking at a screen either to look at you. I'm
You're
looking
just-
over the
Yeah.
towards my ceiling.
Right. Actually, first of all, I have got to congratulate you on becoming a StreamSeed official caster.
Thank you very
Nice.
much. Thank you.
You and Atomic Moonchild, but Atomic's not here, so whatever. What have you got going on, Loft? Look, hang on. Look straight down the barrel of your camera.
Looks actually down the barrel of my camera.
What?
Is that what I do?
Tell the world what you got going on.
Well, of course, as you can see on here, I do have the facial fuzz going on. I'm making sure that I am looking down the camera. So yeah, so as you can see here, I am growing a mustache. So currently at the moment, I'm growing the mustache and raising money for Movember. So if the link, there's a link on my X and also a QR code to allow you to donate. If you can, please do not put yourself in any financial difficulties by donating. If you're a UK taxpayer, please also gift aid that, because they will get 25% for every pound. They get 25 pence. Of course, we do Monster Hunter Mondays every Monday. We've got Halo this week, and Quack's going to take the mickey out of me, but we're playing some Black Ops 6 multiplayer, all open lobby. So anybody who wants to join us is very much welcome.
Hang on, I'm half tempted to play Black Ops, granted offline, because, you know. And plus as well, I won't play online because I'm not 13 anymore. Right, Mr. Rukang. I can look at this side now, it's the correct side. First of all, thank you very much for joining us on the donut table. If I had a crown, I'd give you a crown to make you a knight, but I don't have one, so...
Nice to wear crowns, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Kings wear
Oh
crowns.
yeah, you can just like use the. Has he got
Use
like
the
a?
sword,
Has
use
he got like a?
A fake
Yeah.
sword.
Do you have a fake sword there?
Don't give him swords, dude. He's not like pointy things. Jesus.
Right now,
That's really
right now, a pointy thing would be handy.
Yeah. Do you know
Right.
what'd be good for the? Do you know what'd be good for the stream for for the creators of the donut table? You should get like a sword, and then just anyone who's on it, you can knight them.
Dude, don't. He's not like pointy things. You have to put a cork on the end of it.
Oh, okay.
100%. Right. Anyway, Rukang, if you would like to, look down the barrel of that camera. Tell the world what you have got going for yourself.
So yeah, just first of all, big shout outs to everyone for tuning in today. It was really fun talking tech and hosting with everyone. And what's going on for next year, no one knows. I would love to do the Tekken World Tour Finals in Japan, and we'll see if that happens. But a big love to everyone here.
Right. Oh, also as well, you can follow him on Twitch on Rukang as well. Promote yourself. This is your opportunity to promote to everybody.
No, yeah, thank you guys. Rukang1 on all social medias. All social medias, just type Rukang1, and then you'd be able to find me.
What, did someone steal Rukang 1 originally?
Yeah, someone sold Rukang. Yeah, some.
How
idiot,
dare they?
Some
How dare
idiot
they?
somewhere. Yeah, like 15 years ago, stole Rukang.
Tamper.
They should just. Don't you think they should just delete the if it's inactive? They should just delete it.
Yeah, let you have it.
100%.
Yeah, wish there was a
Let
way
you
to
have it,
report it. I might need to get like a gang of 100 and we can just report.
Mass
report.
Yeah, mass report. Yeah.
Quack, look
Hello.
down the barrel. Look down the barrel of your camera. Choose which camera you're going to look down the barrel of, and tell us what you've got going on.
To be fair, I can only do the one because that one's not connected to it yet. But hi, Quack. I'm a Quack my Panda. I'm a shit show streamer. I'm the Welsh one, so that's good. Everything's Quack my Panda to follow. Happy days. I'll be back for the next show. I can tell you that much. I know that much. So, haha, Loft. I'm not childish. Anyway,
there's that ego again, dude. The
Yeah. That's
the arrogance there,
the Kazuya Mishima aura.
Yeah.
Anyway, everyone in the chat, I have not ignored you today. I know it feels like I have, but I have been reading all your comments, and thank everyone for being here today. I would like to thank Lofty for joining me again, and of course my new best friend Rukang for joining us as well today. Rukang, this is the bit now, because we don't raid out. What we do is we just look directly at the camera, we wave until I press stop, mainly because we use this for the Twitter post later. So, right, hang on.
Nice.
Hang on. I got my right hand on the mouse. Right, okay.
So stare at the camera. Yeah.
Stare at the camera, and when I say start waving, just keep waving until I say stop. Right. So, everyone.
Looking at the camera. I'm looking. Do I look at you or the camera? No, I look at the camera.
Look at the camera.
Don't worry about me now.
I've got like two beautiful people here, so I got like try not to look at it. So
this is all about Twitter now. Right, everyone, thank you very much. We will be back in 2 weeks' time. Don't forget to follow everything Stream Seed related, and everyone start waving. We will see you all in 2 weeks' time. Rukang, wave, quick.
Rukang, wave.
There we go. We'll see you.